Blue Raider Baseball is on the air. From the Blue Raider Network, it's time for the pregame show. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance and agents Andy Womack and Trevor Haggard, Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital, Brannis and Associates, Las Casas Pharmacy, and Middle Tennessee Electric. And now, let's go to the ballpark.
Thank you and good afternoon. Welcome into another broadcast of Middle Tennessee Blue Raider Baseball as the Raiders in town for the second weekend in a row. How about that? And they will take on the Bearcats of Sam Houston State University from Huntsville, Texas. Dick Palmer, John Callow with you from Reese Smith Field. And, John, we're seeing something we haven't seen in a while, sunshine.
Well, you're absolutely right about that. We've played it. We did have some sunshine on Tuesday up in Nashville, but last weekend we struggled here at home with the weather the whole weekend.
These are two teams that are at the bottom of the standings in Conference USA. Both have an outside chance to make it to the tournament, and that's what this series is going to be all about, I think.
Well, you're absolutely right. And for up until last weekend, it looked like that fight for that last spot in the tournament was going to be between MTSU and Liberty. Well, Sam Houston threw themselves into the equation big time when they swept Liberty at home. So they're a team that's on the rise. They had 3 good pitching performances out of starters last weekend. They had good work out of their bullpen. We're going to have our hands full this weekend. Okay,
we'll talk about it a little bit more with head coach Jerry Myers. That'll be coming up next. Right now, a 2-minute break. 2 minutes. You're on the pregame show from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Brannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Brannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Brannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Well, Jerry, that marathon that everybody talks about before the season is suddenly evolved into a sprint.
Right. I think you turn around and look at 14 weeks in the regular season, and you get to about the halfway point and feel like you got a long way to go, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you're down to your last couple weeks. So, we got to continue to just try to do what we can do to take care of today.
Well, this is a big series because it's our last home series, last time for these guys to play here this year, last time for some of our seniors to ever play here. So that makes it big. the fact we've got Senior Day on Sunday is important, I know, and all in all, you got two teams down in the standings, but it's still a big series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's consequences for all these games in terms of where you could end up, but trying to, just send the message to try to play as hard as we can and compete as much as we can every single pitch and see where we stand at the end. And some of it we can take care of ourselves, and some of it's up to what everybody else may do, but we can't control that end of it. So just looking forward to our guys continuing to play hard like they have, and we haven't always played well, but we've played hard and continue to do that, and hopefully we can get off to a good start this weekend.
So you're talking to Matt during batting practice. How is he doing, and what's his expectations for the series?
So he's going to try to play today. He was cleared with the protocol for concussion, and after getting hit in the head on Tuesday, and he doesn't feel the best. Part of the testing takes a lot out of you, trying to sprint and make sure you're okay, but he passed all the tests, and he's hopefully not going to have any issues moving forward.
The Sam Houston team coming in, well, we still haven't done much against them because last year they swept us down there and then beat us in the tournament. So we've got something to prove against them.
Yeah, it's the first time we ever played, I guess, last year and all time, and played down at their place in a couple close games, and didn't come away with a victory there, and then played them another close game in the tournament. But they've got a whole completely new team, and obviously we've got a lot of new guys as well, and I don't know that means too much other than we're going to just try to do everything we can to try to put ourselves in position to win today.
Yeah, I think I noticed on the rosters that each team just had one player who'd been there all 4 years, which means, a lot, as you say, a lot of young players.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know we were extremely young last year, and, for the most part, too, they had a bunch of returning guys and lost some guys. But this day and age, I think with the revamping of rosters from year to year and the changes that have gone on, that's not going to be that unusual in the future.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
All right, thank you.
And that's Coach Jerry Myers, of course, with his comments going into this 3-game series with Sam Houston. As far as the rest of the league goes, we've got matches tonight with Liberty playing at FIU. Louisiana Tech is at Jacksonville. Kennesaw plays at Dallas Baptist. Western Kentucky is at New Mexico State. And, of course, the Raiders hosting Sam Houston. Dallas Baptist 16-5, leading the league. Kennesaw 14-6 is second. Western Kentucky 14-7 is third. Louisiana Tech 11-9 is fourth. So they're the top 4 teams. If the season ended yesterday, they would be the top 4 seeds in the tournament. Then you've got Jacksonville State, New Mexico State, FIU, Liberty, Sam Houston, and the Blue Raiders. And both Sam Houston and the Blue Raiders, each team thinks they can still get in, but they've got to win some games, John.
Well, we're going to have to win. We're going to have to win at least 2 out of 3, and then we're going to have to go down to Kennesaw and win a couple of ball games next weekend. And we're going to need some help. I tell you, who we really need help from this week is FIU down in Miami against Liberty.
The umpires are out talking with the 2 head coaches at home plate. Jerry Myers, head coach for the Raiders in his 3rd year. Jay Sirianni in his 6th year, head coach at Sam Houston State. And this is only their 2nd year in Conference USA. They had a winning record last year in the league at 34-24 and finished 13-11 in conference play a year ago. Right now, though, they've been struggling. They're 12-36, 6-15 in the league. The Raiders are 20-28, 5-16 in the league. We'll see how it all shakes out, and we'll take a look at the starting lineups. That'll be coming up next. 2 minutes now on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Umpires and the two head coaches still talking. Usually, first game of the series, it's a little bit longer conversation because there are ground rules to be explained not only to the visiting team but to the umpires as well, as we have a different umpiring crew every weekend.
And this, of course, is the first trip in for Sam Houston. They've not been here before.
First trip ever to Murfreesboro. They will experience something they haven't experienced that often, and that is playing on real grass and dirt, as they have a completely all-turf field down in Huntsville, Texas. The Ascent Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit one of their 28 Middle Tennessee branch locations. Ask for your MTSU debit card. John, what about those starting lineups?
Well, for the visiting Sam Houston Bearcats, leading off will be the right fielder Brady Christensen. Batting second, the second baseman Blake Brown. Batting third, the first baseman Hunter Autry. In the cleanup slot, the DH Chris Benavidez. And at third base, batting fifth, Ryan Frandon. Sam Lee, the left fielder, bats sixth. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Jace Martinez. Batting eighth, Parker Blackman, the center fielder. And batting ninth, the catcher, Ty Marthalajani. On the mound to be a right-hander, Noah Kendrick. For the Raiders, leading off, Eston Snyder in center field. Batting second, Brett Rogers in right. Tyler Minnick will be behind the plate, batting third. Brett Von Dolan will be back in the cleanup spot at DH. Clay Badalak at third base, bats fifth. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Matt Wolf. Batting seventh, left fielder, Keaton Ray. Batting eighth, first baseman, Hayden Miller. And in the 9-hole, second baseman, Cooper Clapp. Left-hander Chandler Alderman will be on the mound for the Raiders tonight.
All right, those are your starters, brought to you by the Ascent Federal Credit Union. If you are en route to the ballpark, you might have trouble finding a parking place. It is graduation day here. We've had one graduation ceremony already, I think another one tonight. So if you want to be sure of getting a place to park, the parking lot right in front of the stadium has a guard at the entrance, and if you just tell them you're coming to baseball, they'll let you go in there and park. Otherwise, they're trying to keep the other people from taking up the parking places that we have for you here at baseball. So just be aware of that. And I think tomorrow we're going to repeat the process. I believe there's another ceremony tomorrow, John. So And speaking of graduation, we have one member of our team this year who will receive a diploma this weekend, and that is Eston Snyder. He's one of our very rare four-year players. He is a senior out of Franklin, Tennessee, and he will be receiving his diploma today. Now, I don't know which ceremony he was scheduled to walk in, but I think he'll be walking around out in center field for the most part. And also receiving a diploma today is our catcher from last year, Briggs Rudder. So congratulations to Eston and to Briggs, as they will soon be a member of the Blue Raider Alumni Association. Now, happy birthday today goes out to former Blue Raider infielder Tyler Burnett. And in deference to Tyler, I am not going to tell you how old he is right now.
He's older than he was when he played here, I tell you that.
No doubt about that. All right, we got some youngsters out on the field. The Raiders are getting ready to take the field as they are being introduced individually. We have a couple of first pitches that will be taking place before the ball game today. We'll tell you about them in just a moment. We're going to take our final 2-minute break, 2 minutes, and then we'll come back with Blue Raider Baseball here on the Raider Network from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider Baseball.
Just had the playing of our national anthem. The Raiders are on the field, and now we will have the first pitch thrown out. We have two of them tonight, actually, as the head men's tennis coach at Middle Tennessee, Jimmy Borendame, and his son Rocco. I think Rocco's going to throw the ball out. Coach Borendame led the Blue Raiders to their sixth consecutive Conference USA championship and sixth straight NCAA tournament appearance, as the Raiders again were tops in the league in men's tennis. And Rocco's a lefty. He fires a nice
threw a strike.
Yeah, threw a nice pitch just a little bit outside, but Looks like he's got a little promise there.
You know what? It looks to me like his game may be baseball.
We're also honored to welcome retired U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Carlos Rawls. Staff Sergeant Rawls served with distinction as a Joint Terminal Attack Controller, completing 2 combat tours in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. He was awarded the Bronze Star, multiple awards with valor for his action in combat. He is now retired, but continues to serve his fellow veterans as commander of VFW Post 4575. He has also spent the last 8 years coaching football at Middle Tennessee Christian School and helped lead the team to a 2023 state championship. So Staff Sergeant Carlos Rawls is now set to throw out the second first pitch of the game. He's a right-hander. And while he's doing that, we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Farmer, John Callow. We've got the ceremonies taken care of, and we're just about set to play some baseball. Sam Houston State, the Bearcats out of Huntsville, Texas. Second year as members of Conference USA. And they'll see a left-hander they've seen twice before in the 4 games between these teams. Sam Houston has won all 4, but they will see left-hander Chandler Alderman for the 3rd time in the 5 games that we have played against them.
Chandler will be making his 13th appearance, all starts. He's thrown 57 2/3 innings, given up 57 runs, 37 of them earned on 73 hits, 27 walks, 41 strikeouts, 5.77 ERA, a 3-7 record.
Defensively, he will have Tyler Minnick behind the plate with Clay Badalak at third. Matt Wolf back at short. Good to see him back out there. Cooper Clapp at second. And Hayden Miller at first base. In left field will be Keaton Ray, Eston Snyder in center field, and Matt Rogers in right. That's the defensive alignment for the Raiders. If you heard Coach Myers' comments before the game, it was not until after batting practice that he decided to pencil Matt Wolf into the starting lineup. He has successfully passed all of the tests, all of the concussion procedure tests, and is back in there. However, they tell me he had a lump the size of a silver dollar on the back of his head after he was hit by that pitch against Lipscomb on Tuesday night in Nashville and came out of the ball game. I don't think he wanted to come out.
No, he actually was heading out to take his defensive position, and no, sir, you will not do that.
Did we have a game time temperature?
We sure do. 73 degrees, partly cloudy, the wind out of the north-northeast at 10.
And a left-handed batter, Brady Christensen, will stand in against Auburn, takes the first pitch inside. We're underway.
At 6:08, Dick.
Christensen, a left-handed batter. And Alderman comes back with a strike at the knees, and the count will go to 1-1. Crowd a little bit slow coming in. I expect some of them had to look hard to find a place to park. Pitch is inside, ball 2.
Well, it looks like we're in the process of changing crowds, or if they already had, was this the second ceremony of the day that is emptying out the parking lot?
So there's going to be a lot of traffic around campus tonight. There's a swing and a foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Christensen. Christensen, Brown, and Autry here in the first inning. Chandler Alderman pitched in the second game of the series last year in Texas and did not fare very well. In fact, he was knocked out of the game in the second inning. And the Raiders eventually lost that game 11-1. and a foul back to the screen. Then he came back and started against them in the tournament, John, up over in Ruston, and pitched 7 strong innings, only gave up 2 runs and 5 hits, and we finished on the short end of a 2-0 score, and that was the elimination game for us in that tournament. Christian takes a strike called, and he is down on strikes.
Well, that's the key for Chandler Alderman. If he can keep hitting those spots like he just did, he's going to be very successful pitch deep in this game. If he's not hitting his spots, he's going to get deep into counts. He's going to run that pitch count out, and if he'll be fortunate to get through 5.
Here's Blake Brown, their second baseman. He's a right-handed batter. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Yeah, and if he's not hitting his spots, John, he's going to give up some long balls. He's given up 11 home runs this season, which is high on the team.
Yeah, I was just about to comment as such.
Swung on, ball hit in the gap into right center. That's trouble. That's played off the wall by Snyder, and a throw to second. Not in time. That's a double for Blake Brown. Hit it in the perfect spot in between the center fielder Snyder and the right fielder Rogers, and it went, I think, close to that 365 side in right center.
Snyder was able to get over in time to cut it off, keep it going to the wall, but not quickly enough to catch it.
Here's the first baseman, Hunter Autry, left-handed hitter. He's a senior, .315 average and 7 home runs. Played against the Raiders last year.
He's their only .300 hitter.
And that pitch gets away from Minnick and goes back to the screen, and that is going to be a wild pitch. That will send Brown to third with 1 out.
Sam Houston only hitting .248 as a team. Autry, the only .300 hitter on the roster.
1 ball, no strikes. Runner at third, 1 out. Raiders play the infield back. It's early in the game. Alderman with the pitch, swung on and missed. Ball popped out of Minnick's mitt, but he retrieved it quickly. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Threw him an off-speed pitch. Had him way out in front. I expect he'll see some more breaking pitches this at-bat.
The 1-1 pitch is swung on. There's a little tap. The run's going to score. And did we get him at first?
Yes,
I think we did, yeah.
Well, that was
Hayden Miller put the tag on him as he was actually in foul ground when he tagged the runner going down the line.
Well, that was, if it had been a bunt, you would say that was a well-done bunt. It wasn't, but it did get it was effective, got the run in.
So it's 1-0 here in the first inning as Brown scores from third, and that wild pitch, John, responsible for
that's right
putting that runner on third. Benavidez, the designated hitter, stands in. .222 with 1 home run. He's had limited playing time. The pitch to the plate, swung on and hit foul down the left side, out of play. 1 strike to count.
I'd hit the tarp in its little enclosure and bounced back into foul territory. Hey, how about that? So one of the Sam Houston players went down to retrieve it, threw that ball back to a kid. There's a strike call. 1-2 now. I like it when they give the baseball to the kid.
2 out, space is empty here in the first. And Alderman with the 1-2 delivery. It's in the turf. They asked if he would or not. I don't know if they ever got an answer, but apparently it is ball 2. 2-2. Plate umpire looked down to first to request assistance. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Benavidez. And the left-hander delivers and just missed the inside corner. Thought he had a strike there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This is only the 12th start for Benavidez. Hits a popper to short, 1 hop. Matt Wolf up with it over to first, and that's going to be all in the first inning for the Bearcats, but they get on the scoreboard first. There was 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left. So we'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Sam Houston 1 and Middle Tennessee coming to bat. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we move to the home half of the first inning. We'll set the Bearcats defensively for you, as they will have the catcher, Muffle Johnny. And around the infield at third base will be Ryan Fransden. Jace Martinez, the shortstop. Blake Brown at second. Hunter Autry at first. Sam Lee is in left field. Parker Blackman in center. Brady Christensen is the right fielder. And on the mound will be the right-hander, Noah Kendrick.
Noah Kendrick making his 14th appearance, his 11th start. He's thrown 47 and a third innings, given up 40 runs, 35 of them earned on 62 hits. Let's see, I lost my place. There we go. 18 walks, 23 strikeouts, a 6.65 ERA, and 0-7 record. Opponents hitting .310, and he's given up 11 home runs.
So he and Alderman have the same figure there with 11 home runs allowed. There's a foul off the bat of Eston Snyder, strike 1.
Well, my understanding is that he started the season as their midweek starter, had some long relief jobs, and then has worked his way into the weekend rotation.
Strike called, and it's 0-2 to Snyder. Eston hitting .344 and leading the team as he has done most of the season. Takes it inside, high and inside, 1-2.
Yeah, you look at his record, 0-7, and that ERA, but you look at his last performance, and that was a week ago against Liberty. What, he goes 6 innings?
A little bit more than 6, I think.
Or did he go 7?
That ball hit in the air to shallow right field as Christensen, the right fielder, is in to grab it, and that is out number 1. Yeah, in that game against Liberty last Friday, he goes 6 1/3, gives up 4 runs, 3 earned on 6 hits, and left the game after that, and then Sam Houston came back to win it. He did not get the decision, but pitched very well.
Yeah, all 3 of their pitchers last weekend had some pretty good performances.
Brett Rogers takes the first pitch. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. Brett hitting .329. Moved up to second in the batting order and slams this one into center field for a base hit. No doubt about that one. Rogers' solid single to center, and he is at first base with 1 out.
That baseball, you can hear that coming off the bat, how well struck that is. It's got that sound, doesn't it, Dick?
So with one out, here's Rogers, and the batter is Tyler Minnick, Blue Raider catcher. Tyler at .298 on the year, 8 home runs. And the pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Tyler got home run number 8 against Lipscomb on Tuesday night in Nashville. One ball, no strikes. Rogers the runner at first. He's going. Swinging a foul. Raiders trying to hit and run with Minnick. Started the runner, and Tyler fouled it back to the screen. 1-1. Got a youth baseball team from Eagleville.
The Eagleville Warriors, Dick.
They are with us tonight. Got that traditional maroon color. The pitch, Minnick takes high, ball 2, 2-1. Brett Von Dolan would be next. Kendrick, the right-hander, throws over to first. Rogers back.
Have you noticed that our runners are doing a little better job of making sure the baseball goes back to the pitcher?
A lesson well learned. The pitch, foul back to the screen. 2-2. Rogers with that single is the runner at first with one out. Glad to have all of you joining us, particularly those of you who might be deep in the heart of Texas listening to our broadcast. Appreciate that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The runner goes, the pitch low and inside to throw to second base, goes into center field, and Rogers going to hightail it to third. He is in there.
So a stolen base and an E2.
So the Raiders, with one out, will have a runner at third, just as the Bearcats did in their half of the inning. So give Rogers a stolen base. He goes to third on the throwing error. And now a 3-2 count to Tyler Minnick. And he struck him out swinging. That is out number 2. And the batter will be Brett Von Dolan. He is the Blue Raider designated hitter in this game. Batting an even .300, 16 home runs, 42 runs batted in. Leads the Raiders in both of those categories. Kendrick, the right-hander, with the pitch to Von Dolan, hits it to center field. Center fielder coming in, will grab it. Blackman makes the catch. Von Dolan, after the first pitch, flies to center. That is all in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, there was 1 error, and a man left. So we will go to the second inning. It is Sam Houston 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we move to the second inning. Sam Houston with a 1-0 lead. First Division Bank is a proud partner of Blue Raider Athletics. They are the official strikeout partner of Blue Raider Baseball. Don't strike out on your banking services. First Division Bank providing more power to your business. Chandler Alderman had one First Division strikeout. That was against the leadoff batter in the game, Christensen. Now we are set to go in the second inning. This is Ryan Brandon, the third baseman. That's from the left side. And Christensen's first pitch to him is taken a bit high for ball one.
He kind of played it showing bunt.
Brandon hitting .282. Sophomore out of Katy, Texas. Pitch is swung on, fouled out of play. 1-1.
That came off the hit the top of the equipment trailer out beyond the left field.
Would you
fences.
say he's deep in the box, John?
He is yes.
Got that back foot almost outside the back line of the box. Pitches a ball, 2-1.
If you're a left-hander trying to pick up breaking balls off a left-hander, you want to give yourself as much opportunity as you can muster to see what's going to happen with that baseball.
Ball hit into left center. Snyder will slide over that way and make the grab for out number one. One down in the second, and this will bring up a freshman outfielder, Sam Lee. Currently has a 9-game hitting streak going. Sam Lee out of Montgomery, Texas. That's from the right side. And Chandler Alderman winds and fires, and it's in for a strike, 0-1.
How long is this hitting streak, did you say?
9 games.
9 games. He's only hitting .215. I wonder where he was at the beginning of that streak.
Check swing, and it's low, 1-1. I'd say a little bit under that, John. Thomas Newsom is our home plate umpire. Travis Godak at first. Reed Basner, the third base umpire. Pitches inside, 2-1.
I don't remember having this crew before. Yeah, some crews you've seen over and over and over again, and every once in a while they'll...
I think they're mostly for the midweek games. Conference USA assigns the officials for the series, so I think they rotate them quite a bit. Pitch is fouled, off and out of play. 2-2 now to Lee. Some of them I would prefer not seeing more than once.
Well, that is true enough.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is swung on and missed, struck him out. There's your First Division strikeout, number 2 for Chandler Alderman. 2 up, 2 down in the second. The batter is Chase Martinez. Sophomore, he was their full-time starter at shortstop last year as a freshman. Did a really good job. He's hitting .252 for the season. That's from the right side. Alderman's first pitch is low for ball one. Two outs here in the second inning. 1-0. Bearcats leading. The pitch misses low, ball 2, 2-0. Chandler Alderman is a big kid, 6'5", goes a little bit over 200, out of Poplar Grove, Illinois. His second year as a Blue Raider. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch is high, ball 3.
He's got 2 outs, and he has shown us from time to time that he has difficulty getting that third out in the inning once he gets the first 2.
Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's high and outside, and he walked him. So a runner at first with 2 outs. That's a 4-pitch walk to Martinez. Batter is Parker Blackman.
So this is where he starts getting in trouble with his pitch counts.
Blackman is a left-handed hitter. Runner at first, 2 outs. Alderman throws to first, the runner back. Although he is a left-hander, Chandler does not have a particularly good move to first base. Mostly just trying to let those runners know that he's looking at them. Pitch the plate. Low outside, the runner was going, and Minnick couldn't get the ball out of his mitt. That'll be a stolen base for Martinez. That's his 17th of the season. 1 ball, no strikes to Blackman. Pitch is low, and it's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. This is a team that'll put some pressure on you running, especially Martinez and Blackman. Blackman has 18 stolen bases. Martinez now with 17. 2-0 the count. And Alderman's pitch on the way, high, ball 3, and now he's in danger of losing Blackman.
Is that 7 straight balls now?
Yep. Three and 0. And ball 4 is outside. Expect we'll have a visit to the mound.
On the way. I just got a message. Our friend Tony Kessinger. He must have sent you a message because he says he doesn't want to leave me out.
Sometimes I get a little caught up in doing my job and I forget to look at my text messages. Well, glad to have you along, Tony.
As always. This is a one-way conversation. And it's over.
Sam Houston has faced 4 left-handed starting pitchers since the 15th of March. None have gone more than 4 1/3 innings. So Alderman would like to end that.
Yeah, he's going to have to settle down and throw strikes.
Marthajani, the catcher, stands in, a right-handed batter. Both runners go, and they will be into second and third.
Guys, Minnick again had trouble with the exchange.
Couldn't get the ball out of his mitt.
So we've got a double steal.
So that will now be 18 stolen bases for Martinez and 19 for Blackman.
But he finally threw a strike, so.
That was the good news, John. It's foul to the screen, and it's strike 2.
Now what he needs to do here is not mess around. Just come after him, put him away.
Second and third, 2 outs.
Pitch around those 2 walks.
Long look in for Alderman. And the pitch to the plate. Ground ball to third. Badalak will go across in time for the out. And that's going to take care of the Bearcats in the second inning. Marthajani thrown out third to first. No runs, no hits, 2 left. And we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Sam Houston 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Game one of a three-game series here at Reese Smith Field. Nice, pleasant Friday afternoon after some rough weather earlier in the week, and particularly last weekend. How did we ever get 3 games in last weekend, John?
Well, we played 2 on Sunday.
Yes,
That's what we did.
But how did we get them in?
I don't know about the because it was raining at my house when I got home Sunday evening.
Same here. All right, here is Clay Badalak. His folks are here from Cincinnati. See them seated down below.
Yep.
Clay hitting .287. Had been up over 300 for most of the year. Takes the pitch outside, ball 1.
I thought he was going to have his first Raider home run Tuesday night.
Well, it was so close they had to do a review on it. There's a little tap. Pitcher's going to pick it up and not break stride as he runs over and touches first base. So Badalak retired by the pitcher unassisted for out number 1. Yeah, that ball curled out just outside the foul pole at Lipscomb, and so close they had to do a video review of it. Here's Matt Wolf. And takes the pitch high for ball 1. So the decision on Wolf wasn't made until after batting practice today. He has passed all the protocol procedures. I think Coach Myers just wanted to see how he was feeling. There's ball 2 up high, 2-0. I think that was his first at bat. He got hit the other night at Lipscomb. There's a strike call. It was his first at bat, and then.
Yeah, that was in the second inning.
2 balls, 1 strike. High, ball 3.
So when he went out to take his defensive position in the bottom of that second inning, he was called back within 3 steps away from the dugout.
Here's the 3-1, and it's a strike, 3-2. Right-handed pitcher Noah Kendrick, 6'4", 200 pounds, native Texan. And ball 4 is outside, and the Raiders have a base on balls. First for Kendrick. The batter is Keaton Ray. I think Kendrick thought he had that outside corner.
I'm sitting in a position to see that the only outside corner he might have caught would have been the outside corner of the left-handed batter's box.
Keaton Ray had his first home run of the season last weekend. It came off a left-handed pitcher. There's a strike call, 0-1.
You know, he actually hits left-handers better than he does right-handers.
1 strike to count.
Almost 100-point difference.
Backs away from a pitch inside, 1-1. Could be because he's seen more of them, you think?
Well, he is looking at the numbers.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swung on, hit deep to right field, and that one that's going to bang off the wall. Right fielder picks it up, gets it in, and runners will be at second and third. Keaton almost got his second home run.
Very close, about a foot below. Just to let you know, he's 11 for 33 against left-handers, 22 for, well, it is now 23 for 99 against right-handers.
So the second hit off Kendrick. Runners second and third with 1 out. The batter is Hayden Miller.
Now it's time to make something happen.
They have the third and first baseman in, even with the bag. Middle infielder's back. Miller swings and misses, strike 1. Kendrick can get it up to 90 with his fastball. Also throws a curveball and a changeup. The pitch. Swung on, drilled into left center, a base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to wave the second runner, and now they're going to stop him. Coach Nichols had that arm cranked up there, but then the throw came in quickly to the cutoff man, and he quickly threw up the stop sign.
Well, you've only got 1 out here, so you don't want to make that second out at the plate.
RBI number 24 for Hayden Miller with a sharp single into left center. So it's a 1-1 game. Runners first and third with 1 out, and the batter is Cooper Clapp. Raiders number 9 hitter. That's from the left side.
Well, Clapp 2 for 8 with runner on third base and less than 2 outs, so just needs to stay out of the double play.
Kendrick with the pitch. It swung on and fouled off, strike 1.
Third baseman looked like he thought he might bunt. He's playing in not on the grass, but in front of the baseline.
1 strike to count to Clapp.
Middle infielder's double play depth.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2. Eston Snyder waiting to hit next. 1 out, first and third. And struck him out swinging. 4 out, number 2. Second strikeout for Kendrick. And with 2 outs, Eston Snyder will take his shot at it. Flied out in the first inning.
Outfielders playing him straight up. Looks like the right fielder's a little bit shallow. Left fielder a little bit deep. And center fielder's kind of deep, don't you think?
Yes. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Oh, they've got him in a rundown. Now they're going to throw home, and he is out at the plate. So the throw went to second.
So that'll be 2-4-2.
Keaton Ray is cut down at the plate for the third out. So that means that Snyder will lead off the next inning. So in the inning, the Raiders had 1 run on 2 hits and a man left. We've completed 2 full innings. Middle Tennessee 1 and Sam Houston 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the third inning in a 1-1 game. Each team has batted 9. Each team has gone through the order one time, and the leadoff man for each team will be leading off the third inning. Here is Brady Christensen. Alderman struck him out in the first inning. Left-hand hitting right fielder. Swing and a miss, strike one. Christensen out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Junior college transfer. He's in his second year with the Bearcats. Played against the Raiders last year. Pitches outside, 1-1. Left-hander Chandler Alderman with a pitch, and it swung on and fouled to the screen. Count will go to 1-2.
Ooh.
Just missed the outside corner. 2-2 with that pitch.
Thought he had him. Threw him that slider. Just off the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And Alderman's pitch, outside ball 3. 3-2. There's a foul over in front of the Raider dugout. Count holds at 3-2.
Needs to put him away with this one.
Lefty-lefty matchup. And Alderman's pitch, high, ball 4. That's a leadoff walk, which is never a good thing.
Never.
So a runner at first, no outs. The batter is Blake Brown, second baseman, and he lined a double into right center field in the first inning.
Yeah, one of the disturbing things about that at-bat was Chandler was missing up, it looked to me. You don't mind missing down. Missing up means you're getting up close to giving them something they can drive.
Throw over to first, runner back. Again. Bearcats have already swiped 3 bases in this game. And the pitch to the plate, swung on and just over the pitcher's glove. Wolf's not going to have a play. It's going to be an infield hit. Moving toward the third base side, Alderman just got his glove on it.
And diverted it just enough that Matt Wolf was not able to come in and make the play.
So the first 2 men have reached here in the third. The batter is Autry, the first baseman. Grounded out to his counterpart at first, Hayden Miller, in the first inning.
We saw him pull the double steal in the second inning. Would they do it again?
Pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Well, I think you have to at least be aware of it.
Yeah.
One strike to count. The Alderman's pitch outside, 1-1.
At this point, they don't know whether or not Minnick can throw a runner out. because they haven't seen him throw yet. Twice he was able to handle a pitch, looked like he was ready to throw, just couldn't get the ball in and get his grip.
Pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2-1. When Alderman has been good, he has been very good.
He
pitched
sure has.
2 complete games this season. One of them had over 100 pitches. There's a shot, and it caroms off Alderman. Clapp goes to second, out. Throw to first in time. That's a double play. That's a very unusual, to say the least. 1, 4, 6, 3. And the runner on second goes to third.
You know, we on that first batter, Alderman, actually it was the hit, Brown's hit. Alderman was able to get his glove on it just enough to divert it and keep the play from being made. That time, without that diversion, I don't know whether they'd make that play.
Well, he got he was hit on the backside, and it
went straight to Clapp.
Well, rolled off to Cooper Clapp. He got it over to Matt Wolf, who relayed to first for the double play. And now
they want to
Coach Myers wants to make sure his left-hander's okay.
And he is.
Hope he wore his sliding pads. Although if you're a pitcher, why would you wear sliding pads?
You got me. You got me.
Here's the cleanup hitter, Benavidez. Grounded out in the first inning.
I'm a little surprised that they didn't try to score that runner. There was at, let's see, that's Christensen, who was at second base, who would have walked. Went to second on that ground, that infield single.
Benavidez making his first start since March the 22nd. Takes the pitch inside, 2-0. Only has 4 at-bats since his last start, March 22nd.
Alderman kind of wound it up there, fastball in the 90s.
2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Came back with the fastball.
This game tied 1-1. We're in the top of the third. Raider left-hander ready to work, and the pitch is swung on, fouled over by the dugout down the third base side. That's where the Bearcats are calling home for this weekend. 2-2. Alderman with the 2-2 pitch, fouled out of play. Off the screen. Raiders in their home white uniforms, royal blue lettering and numerals, caps, and the Bearcats gray pants, black shirts, red numerals.
Shadowed in white.
Another 2-2 pitch coming from the left-hander, and it is strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Benavidez called out on strikes for out number 3. So the inning started poorly for the Raiders, ended very well. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Sam Houston 1, Middle Tennessee 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network. Ron Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the third inning, right at the almost the top of the hour. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Eston Snyder leads off for the Raiders here in the third inning. Flight out to right field in his first at bat. Takes first pitch low for ball one. Snyder swings, hits it into left field. That's a base hit. And the Raiders, just like the Bearcats in their half of the inning, put the leadoff mat on here in the third.
I sure wish I could have seen Eston Snyder do that back in the second inning when he had runners at first and third and 2 outs.
Here's Brett Rogers. He singled in the first. So Snyder.
So which pitch is he going to run on?
Kendrick thought it was the first. He threw over there. Snyder back.
Well, Rogers showed a little bit of bunt there. He's not going to be bunting.
Right-hander comes set. There he goes. The throw to second base. That's a pretty good throw. Is he out?
I think he called him out.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a good throw by the catcher, Methel Johnny.
Coach Myers doesn't necessarily agree. He wants to talk to the umpire about the call. He's saying, I thought he was in under the throw. Throw was on his back. Thought he already had had his hands on the bag. That's what Coach Myers is suggesting. They don't argue anymore, do they, Dick?
They don't?
I think he's just suggesting strongly. He got an explanation. I'm not sure that he was necessarily satisfied with it.
Count to Rogers, 1 strike. Now 1 out, base is empty. Kendrick with the pitch, and it's outside, 1-1.
Well, I can see why you would take that chance with Snyder. He's your best base stealer. And back in the first inning with Rogers throwing.
Bouncing ball right side. First baseman Autry to the pitcher covering. Just got him. 4 out, number 2.
Well, in the first inning, the catcher threw the ball into center field, so I think you try him until he proves that he can throw you out.
So here's Tyler Minnick, struck out in the first.
That was the pitcher infield practice at work there, was it not?
Swung on, drilled into left center. Base hit, might get to the wall. Nope, they're going to cut it off.
Then
on his way to second. He will come in there standing up with a double.
I think that's going to be a hit and an error, Dick.
Somebody had a little trouble coming up with the ball.
Yeah, that was the left fielder.
So Minnick at second with 2 outs.
Are they going to call that a double?
And the batter will be Brett Von Dolan.
They are calling it a double.
Von Dolan, after the first pitch, flied to center in the first inning. after the first pitch here. Hits it deep to left field, and you can kiss that one goodbye. It is off the wall of champions.
I think that got on the roof.
Did it?
It did.
Yeah, I never did see it come back on the field, so it must have gotten somewhere. That's home run number 17 for Von Dolen. And it's just a shame we had that runner thrown out at second. That would have been yet another run. So now it's a 3-1 ball game. Home run number 17, RBIs 43 and 44 for Von Dolen. And the batter is Clay Badalak, takes a strike called. 0-1. Strike 2 called. And it's 0-2. Badalak bounced out to the pitcher unassisted in the second inning. Pitch is outside, a ball and 2 strikes.
That 17th home run by Brett Von Dolen gets him into the Raider record book.
There's a ball hit up the middle. Shortstop behind the bag at second, throws him out at first. And that time, that one just almost hit the pitcher. I don't believe it did, but Martinez was there to field it behind the bag and throw Badalak out at first for the third out. So in the inning, 2 runs on 3 hits and nobody left. So here are your totals after 3 innings for the Raiders. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and for the Bearcats, 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error. Raiders lead it 3-1 as we go to the 4th inning. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Chandler Alderman now has a lead as he takes the mound in the 4th inning. He'll pitch to Brandon, Lee, and Martinez. 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Bearcats.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that Brett Von Dolen got himself into the record book with that home run, his 17th. That gets him into a 5-way tie now for 10th on the single-season home run list.
Swinging a fly ball, foul ground in left field, and Keaton Ray can't get it, runs into the wall out there.
1 step short of the wall.
And he's still down.
He's up now. He's up. Ran into the wall, though. That ball bounced over into the Sam Houston bullpen.
So that's a long strike on Brandon. And Keaton Ray was feeling the pain of that.
Well, he sure was. So there are now 5 tied at 17 on the season. The last one that 17 was Raleigh Bishop. That was in 2007.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, now we've had other people that have hit more home runs than that in a single season.
Pitch outside, ball 1, 1-1.
In fact, one of them was Raleigh Bishop the next season, had 18 the next season.
One pitch, Brandon backs him away, ball 2-1. Bishop's dad, Bill, used to come up. I think he was hardly ever missed a game.
Oh, he
coming
was,
up from Memphis.
He was faithful. Raleigh Bishop ended up signing with Detroit.
2-1 pitch, swung on, hit. Oh, snagged by Alderman. He'll run halfway to first, toss it underhanded to Miller.
Helps when you're 6'4", right?
Yeah, that's out number one.
Looking at these, the single-season home runs. Single-season record, of course, goes to Bryce Prince back in 2009. You remember that big season he had? 28 home runs.
Yeah.
That was the last season with the all-metal bats. The next year they went to the composite bats.
Here's Sam Lee, swing and a miss, strike one.
But you look at 5 players now tied at for 10th on that single. Yes, you know what I'm trying to say there.
Single season record.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, I don't think Bondolan is through for the year. He's still got 4, 5, 6 ball games to go.
There's the ball outside. 1-1 to Sam Lee. He struck out in the second inning.
Next home run would get him into a tie for 7th.
There's a strike at the letters, 1-2.
2 more gets him into a tie for 4th.
Climbing the ladder.
Yes.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Lee. And Alderman with the pitch.
Go.
Did he strike out? I think he did.
He did, and that bat flew. Wow.
All the way back to the on-deck circle.
Yeah.
You have to be alert if you're out there on the on-deck circle.
Well, you sure do.
So Lee strikes out for the second time. Strikeout number 4.
Yeah, you just
for
have
Alderman.
You have to be alert at all times in all places when you go to the ballpark.
Martinez takes the pitch outside, ball 1. Well, let's see if we can get a clean inning here.
He retired the same 2 back in the second inning, and then he walked 2.
Martinez takes it inside, ball 2, 2-0. Well, we don't want a repeat of that.
No, we sure don't.
Although it worked out okay.
Can't keep dodging that bullet, though.
2 balls, no strikes. And a strike on the outside, 2-1.
Well, that's the first strike that Jace Martinez has seen. He walked on 4 straight pitches in the second.
2-1 the count. And Alderman's pitch grounded to the right side, and nice stop. Clapp throws to first, not in time.
Oh.
Cooper Clapp dove in the grass in shallow right field.
Made that a very, very close
nice
play.
pickup and throw to first, and just missed him by a whisker. So that'll be I'll have to call that an infield hit for Martinez. He's at first with 2 outs. The batter is Blackman. Now Martinez is a threat to run. He stole 2 bases in the second inning. Alderman throws to first, the runner back.
That's a squad car.
The pitch. And caught by Badalak. A line drive headed for left field. That one had a ticket to land down the left field line, but Badalak wouldn't let it go through. Nice diving catch by the Blue Raider third baseman. That will end the 4th inning. No runs, no runs, one hit, and one left. So we'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's the Raiders 3 and Sam Houston 1, right here on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Matt Wolf will lead it off for the Raiders here in the fourth inning, 3-1. Middle Tennessee leading.
Fourth inning, you say. Well, you know what that means. It's the Wendy's inning. If our Blue Raiders get a hit during this half of the fourth inning, everyone will win a free Dave's single cheeseburger, courtesy of Wendy's.
So we'll see what happens here.
And if someone gets a hit, we'll tell you how to get that coupon.
Right. You folks in Texas can play if you want to, but you're going to have to drive to Rutherford County to pick up your cheeseburger. Matt Wolf swings and fouls it out of play, strike one.
I will make that very clear if we have to disclose the secret formula.
One strike to count. The ball outside, 1-1. Wolf walked and scored in the second. And a strike at the letters. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Sun just about to dip underneath the lip of Floyd Stadium.
Aren't you glad?
I sure am. I'll maybe even be able to see.
Kendrick's pitch swung on and missed. That was a
terrible swing.
Half-hearted swing. Wolf was fooled on the pitch.
Yeah.
1 out. That's the third strikeout for Kendrick. And the batter's Keaton Ray.
Just barely missed a home run back in the second inning.
Pitches a strike to Ray, 0-1. That double was his 8th of the year. And the lefties, or the right-hander's pitch is a strike. 1-1. Fouled off the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's trying to go to left field, Dick. They're playing him to pull in left field, so a lot of room out there.
Pitch is swung on, hit to center field. Coming in, the center fielder, Blackman, will make the grab for out number 2.
That was an interesting route to the baseball.
2 up, 2 down in the fourth, and the batter is Hayden Miller.
He kind of ran a circle route to get to that baseball. It didn't end up quite where he thought it was going to go off the bat.
Here's the pitch to Miller, and he swings through it for strike 1. Well, we had a little sudden breeze come through, blowing our papers everywhere.
Well, what it blew was the secret message for Getting your cheeseburger.
Can't lose that.
1
ball, 1 strike now to Miller.
Some days I can remember it, some days I can't.
Swinging a ground ball to short. Martinez up with it. Guns it over to first, and that's going to do it for the Raiders.
Won't matter today, will it?
In the 4th. Sorry, no cheeseburgers today. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing across. We'll let you play again tomorrow, though.
We sure will.
And you can play that game either on radio or live here at the ballpark. So we have completed 4 full innings. It's Middle Tennessee 3, Sam Houston State 1. They're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the 5th inning. It's a 3-1 ball game. I'd like to thank Miss Hannah for the cookies. We got a double shot of cookies.
2 days supply. She warned us that she won't be here tomorrow, so
got to kind of keep my eye on you, John. We might not have any left for tomorrow.
I swear to you, she made me promise that we would be able to cover 2 days with it.
And we go to the top of the 5th. Ty Marthaljani, the catcher, will lead it off, grounded out in the 2nd. He is out of Salina, Texas. Junior college transfer, and bounces one to the left side. Badalak charges, up and throwing, and got him at first. Nice play by Clay Badalak at third. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 5th.
Well, we're in the 5th inning, and with the exception of that walk to lead off the 3rd inning, Chandler Alderman has been able to get the leadoff batter. And the 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th now.
All right, starting the 3rd trip through the batting order now, Brady Christensen, the leadoff man who has struck out and walked. Lefty-lefty matchup. Alderman's pitch misses outside, ball 1. Raiders on top, 3-1. We are in the 5th. And there's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left-handed hitter. Christensen hitting .277. He's got 4 triples on the year and also 9 home runs. He takes the pitch high for ball 2, 2-1.
Well, I think the best idea is just strike him out and not worry about it anymore.
And the Raiders lefty deals and a swinging strike. 2-2. Both Sam Houston and the Raiders have had problems on the road this year. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Fastball on the outside corner.
That's about the way they got him in the 1st.
That's the 5th strikeout for Alderman. The batter is Blake Brown. He's the second baseman. and hits one to left field. That'll send Ray to the warning track, and he will snag that one. And there's your clean inning, John. 1, 2, 3.
Couldn't have come at a better time.
In the fifth. Nothing across. So we are halfway home in this game. It's Middle Tennessee 3 and Sam Houston 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
The home half of the fifth inning. Raiders with a 3-1 lead. Number 9 hitter Cooper Clapp will lead it off, and he'll be followed by Snyder and the top of the batting order. Cooper struck out in the second inning. Takes a pitch outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Showed bunt and takes a strike called. 1-1.
Starting to get some results from around Conference USA tonight. Everybody underway.
Pitch is high for a ball, 2-1. We'll check those for you during the seventh inning stretch break. 2 balls and a strike. Kendrick's pitch swung on, hit into center field.
Down.
That's going to drop for a base hit. Cooper Clapp leads off the fifth with a single to center. It's hit number 7 off Kendrick. And with nobody out, the batter is Eston Snyder.
The lights have been on since batting practice. We're at that strange time that the sun hasn't gone down enough to let the lights fully be effective. It's kind of dark in the outfield right now.
Pitch is low for ball 1. Where the lights have been on in the radio booth for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And they have yet to take effect here. 1 ball, no strikes.
At least the sun is not in my eyes. It's still up, though. I can see it.
Pitch is high, ball 2, 2-0.
Yeah, you can see it through the stands of Floyd Stadium next door. Well, you can see the light. You can't see the sun, actually, I don't think. Maybe.
2 balls, no strikes. Low, ball 3. Kendrick, as a freshman last year, only pitched 2 innings. So he has really blossomed in his second year, moving from a midweek starter to a weekend starter. Pitches a strike, 3-1.
Got a right-hander starting to loosen in the Sam Houston bullpen.
Cooper Clapp with the leadoff single is the runner at first. And the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Single and now walk, and the Raiders have something going here in the fifth. Runners at first and second.
That right-hander's starting to throw a little bit harder.
Second walk given up by Kendrick. The batter is Brett Rogers. First and second with no outs. John, you know what I'm going to call here.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to lay one down and try to get two runners in scoring position.
I think that's what the catcher called that conference and brought all the infielders in, and the third baseman is already in on the grass.
Third baseman is expecting something to happen here.
Make him make the play.
So here's Brett Rogers. First and second, no outs. Around a bunt, pulls the bat back, takes the pitch for ball one. Raiders practice bunting with a pitching machine during batting practice every day before game. And the bunt is foul, 1-1.
Got it down, just went foul.
So the player will take his turns in the cage during BP, and then will come back to the pitching machine and practice bunting for a while, and then going back to the cage to hit. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitcher turns, throws it back to second with Clapp standing on the bag.
Wanted to get that pitch clock recycled.
1 ball, 1 strike. See if the bunt is still on. It is. High, ball 2. Rogers was around to bunt. Pulled the bat back again. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Show it to him again.
Runners lead at first and second. There's the bunt. It's going to roll foul. Got it into that dark turf between the foul line and the grass, and it finally rolled outside the line.
Stayed fair for what, about 15, 20 feet?
Yeah.
Now he'll be hitting.
For those of you not familiar with the park, that we do have an all-turf home plate area and baselines down the first and third baseline are turf.
Oh, the first 80 feet down those lines.
2-2. And strike call. They've got the runner picked off second.
And he's thrown out at third.
Wow. So Clapp was out in no man's land.
Yeah.
That's a double play. Strikeout for the first out. And then Clapp is retired at third. That's, let's say, 2 to 6 to 5? Is that what it was?
I think so.
So now 2 outs, and the batter is Minnick with a runner at second. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Had a couple of unusual double plays here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes, the count.
Well, we've run into a couple of outs.
There's a ball hit off the pitcher's mound. They're not going to be able to get him. They throw to first. The ball was in the dirt, and you know, they might have had him, John, if they had a clean pick over at first. We'll see what the ruling on that is.
I think I would give it an infield single.
Snyder goes to third.
And that appears to be what they've done.
Minnick is on at first.
Catcher reminding everybody that all of his teammates, they're 2 outs.
Here's Von Dolen. A 2-run homer in the third is the Raiders' margin right now.
Tell him what you threw.
Kendrick's pitch swung on, bouncing ball to the left side. Third baseman charges Brandon over to first, and that will retire the side. So that is all in the fifth. Well, a very promising start to the inning, but no runs on the board. There were 2 hits and 1 left. So we've completed 5 full innings. Middle Tennessee 3 and Sam Houston 1. We're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Well, our crack grounds crew is out dragging the infield, getting it manicured for the rest of the game. On May the 9th in 1984,
Okay.
the longest game in American League history ends in the 25th inning. When Harold Baines homers off Chuck Porter to give the White Sox a 7-6 win over the Brewers. The game falls 1 inning short of the Major League record, but takes the most time to play, 8 hours and 6 minutes. How would you like to be broadcasting that one, John?
Well, we have, haven't we?
So that was in 1984, rather recently.
Speaking of the White Sox.
At least to me, that's recently. Here's Autry, takes a pitch inside, ball 1.
Speaking of the White Sox, did you read that the new Pope is a White Sox fan?
No, well, they need all the help they can get. That's just a strike, 1-1.
It turns, he's from. He was born and raised in Chicago. He is a South Sider by birth and a White Sox fan.
Autry fouls it off, and it's 1-2.
Turns out that he came from a divided household. His mother was a North Sider who was a Cubs fan. His dad was a Cardinals fan.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure all that factored into the voting.
Oh, of course.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Chandler Alderman getting up into the high 70s now as far as pitch count. Strike 3 called. Autry down on strikes. That's a first division strikeout, number 6.
I was communicating with a friend of mine earlier today who is a White Sox fan, and she was suggesting that the new Pope might use some of his influence to help the Sox.
Here's Benavidez. And the pitch is a strike call, 0-1.
That was a pitch that he got that outside corner. That was a pitch he was having trouble locating earlier in this game.
1 strike to count. There's 1 out here in the 6th. The pitch high outside, 1-1. Benavidez, a right-handed batter, stands in. And the 1-1 pitch swung on, fouled out of play. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That was the fastball at 92. I think I might be inclined to come back with that.
This young man is from Bryan, Texas.
Setting up down and in on him.
Ball 2 is outside.
That's not where the pitch was delivered.
2-2 the count. Sam Houston, John, has 32 Texas natives on their squad. A lot of ball players out there.
That's right. Oh, there's a lot of state to draw from, too.
Ground ball to first, hit it right off the handle. And Hayden Miller will pick it up, step on the base, and that's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. The batter is Brandon, the third baseman. He slide to center and hit back to the mound.
How about another clean inning here? Brandon has been the leadoff hitter in 2 different innings, led off in the 2nd and the 4th. Retired both times.
And Alderman's pitch missed the knees, ball 1. So, John, I think we have 2 graduation ceremonies tomorrow.
Okay.
I believe 1 in the afternoon and 1 in the evening.
And when do we play tomorrow?
3 o'clock. There's a check swing and a foul.
Yeah, didn't mean to get his bat in the way of that one.
1-1. And then next weekend, high school graduations start.
Aren't we glad we're going to be in Georgia?
The pitch. Fouled out of play, 1-2. Well, that the jury is still out on that one.
Well, all I know is that when we have high school graduations in baseball, parking is at a premium here on campus.
As it was today.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch, ground ball to second. Clapp on the edge of the outfield grass makes the play to first, and that is all. Second clean inning in a row for Alderman and the Raiders. Nothing across in the 6th. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Middle Tennessee 3, Sam Houston 1. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Raiders on top 3-1. We'll give a little plug here to our buddy John McGill. He is still putting on baseball card shows. First and third Saturday every month at the Ramada Inn. That's out on South Church Street. And in the month of May, the 17th will be the next card show. And then 2 in June, etc., etc.
He's getting close to 40 years on those things.
Yep. Badalak takes the first pitch, low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
In 1987, I went to one of his card shows, and I had all my duplicates of all my baseball cards, and I found somebody that was willing to pay me enough so that I could go to the World Series that year.
You're kidding.
No.
Ground ball to second, picked up there by Brown, over the first. Battle Axe retired, second to first for first out. You must have had some valuable duplicates.
Well, one of them was a Hank Aaron rookie card that was not in great condition, but that was probably the bulk of that one.
Here's Matt Wolf. Walked and scored in the second, struck out in the fourth.
I kept the good one.
The pitch. Swung on, hit past the third baseman, rolling out into left field. Long turn at first, but Wolf will return. He's back in there with a base hit. Sharp single to left, just past the third baseman. And I don't know if Brandon over there really saw that ball.
I don't think he did.
So that is hit number 9.
Although the lights are finally taking effect.
Runner at first, one out. Here's Keaton Ray. He has doubled and fly to center. 1 for 2. Both starting pitchers have gone all the way. And Ray takes a strike call, 0-1. Same two teams tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 2:45 with our pregame show. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ray out of the box momentarily to gather his thoughts, and now back in there. 2 strikes the count. And that was in the turf. That's going to send Matt Wolf down to second base.
That'll be a wild pitch.
So on the wild pitch, Wolf advances to second, and the count 1-2 on Keaton Ray. Kendrick comes set, and the pitch, and struck him out swinging. That is out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for Kendrick. Actually, it's number 5 for Kendrick. 2 outs, runner at second. Here's Hayden Miller. Miller delivered an RBI single in the second inning, driving in the first run for the Raiders. The pitch is low for ball 1. Hayden 1 for 2. Sophomore, pretty well established as the first baseman now. And the pitch. Missed high, ball 2, 2-0. Matt Wolf, the runner at second. Kendrick with the pitch. Fouled out of play. And the count will go to 2 balls and a strike to Miller. Two and one, the count, the pitch. Way outside, gets by the catcher, back to the backstop, and Miller will advance to third. So that's 2 wild pitches in this at bat.
As Bob Uecker would say, just a little bit outside.
Yes. Count now 2-1 to Hayden Miller.
I'm certainly not a Milwaukee fan, but every once in a while I would.
Miller lines one to left. That's a base hit.
Oh! Did
he
see
catch that ball?
He did.
Oh, my
Talk
goodness.
about a
What
rob
a play. Man. That may be the best play I've seen in a while.
Oh, wow. That ball was headed to left field. It was going to drive in a run and wasn't going to be a double. and the left field, the shortstop
Martinez
diving to his left. He was in the air. He had to be 4 feet off the ground, fully extended, and catches that baseball. And then holds on when he falls to the ground. That is, put a star by that one.
John already had a run marked down. So that's all in the sixth. No runs, a hit, and one left, and an outstanding defensive play by the shortstop, Martinez. Saved a run there. Totals after 6 innings for the Blue Raiders: 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. And for Sam Houston, 1 run, 3 hits, and they have committed 1 error. Raiders lead at 3-1 as we go to the 7th on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Sam Lee leads it off in the 7th for the Bearcats. And Alderman's first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. John, we have just seen the defensive play of the year.
I think so. Wow, that was...
If it's not the defensive play of the year, it's one of them. By the shortstop Martinez. Took a hit and a run away from the Blue Raiders. Lee fouls this pitch down the right field line, and that's out of play.
In the bullpen. In the Raider bullpen.
1 ball, 1 strike. Alderman has struck Lee out twice. Both swinging strikes.
Alderman went into the 6th inning with 75 pitches, came out with just 88.
There's the pitch, and it is high. Ball 2, 2-1. So he will likely hit 100 this inning.
I would think so.
2 balls and a strike. But as we've seen, he will exceed that number at times.
We've seen him go to 115.
Ground ball to third. Badalak has it. Guns it over to first in time, and that is out number 1.
So for the 6th time in 7 innings, he's retired the leadoff batter.
And here's Martinez. I don't know if we got a good shot of that on TV or not, but that one needs to be sent to ESPN.
Oh gosh, yes, that was just incredible. What a I've seen a lot of good shortstops in my life, including Ozzie Smith, who might be defensively the best ever. Arguably, I hate that word, arguably, but certainly one of the best defense. That was an Ozzie Smith kind of play.
A swing and a miss. 1-1.
Had him way out in front of a changeup.
Martinez is the last base runner off Alderman. That was on an infield hit in the 4th inning. That was that good play by Cooper Clapp, who just missed throwing him out at first base.
Kept that ball from getting into right field.
There was a swing and a foul to the screen, 1-2. So we're in the 7th. The Raiders leading 3-1.
What has happened since that that leadoff walk in the third inning. Chandler Alderman has been finding his spots, keeping his pitch count, not working deep into counts.
Ball 2 is high, 2-2. There's one out. We're in the 7th. And the lefty kicks and fires. Low ball 3.
Oh, they wanted that one.
Got a nice sunset, John.
A lot of colors out there.
Yep. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it swung on, hit the left field. Ray on a long run. That one's off the wall, and Sam Lee is going to pull into second with a double. Or that's Martinez, rather. So he had the last hit off Alderman. And this is a double.
I thought that one was going to get out of here. Keaton Ray tracked it all the way, though. Came off the top of the wall at the 365 sign in left center field.
That's the 4th hit off Alderman, and the first since Martinez singles in the 4th. And here's Blackman. Takes a strike call, 0-1. Blackman walked and is lined out to third. We got a right-hander throwing down in the bullpen.
Just got up.
The pitch, that one just missed the knees. Ball 1, 1-1.
That's Landon Birch, who has just started throwing in the Raider bullpen.
Here's the 1-1, outside ball 2, 2-1. Sam Houston scored in the top of the first inning. And the Raiders tied it in the second, went ahead with 2 in the third. It's 3-1. A swing and a miss. The count will go 2-2 to Blackman. Wonder if he knows there's a high school with his name in this county.
You got me.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks at ball 3 outside, so that's 2 straight hitters now. He's run the string out full on.
Yeah, that which is not what has been had been happening through the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings.
So a 3-2 count to Blackman. Swung on, hit to left field. That one's fairly deep and
foul
territory.
Going
to be caught by Rogers. The runner tags, tries to go to third, and gets in there. So Keaton Ray with a nice catch in foul territory in left field and made a quick throw to third. But that runner was expecting.
Yeah.
He was already tagged and ready to go. So 2 outs, a runner at third, and the batter is Marthojani, the catcher. Twice he has hit the battle act. Oh for 2. Right-handed hitter. And a little tap. It'll be a tough play for Clapp. Goes to first. Got him, and the inning is over. Nice play by Cooper Clapp, our second baseman. Throwing out Marthojani.
Dick, I was like you. I thought that one was going to be an infield hit.
No runs, 1 hit and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's Middle Tennessee 3 and Sam Houston 1 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Back at Reese Smith Field, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and before we do that, you're listening to Blue Raider baseball from Van Wagner, Station ID.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Yeah, scoreboard update. Scores are presented by the Daily News Journal. Read all about Blue Raider sports in the News Journal. The DNJ is Rutherford County's first source for news, sports, and much more. Here's what we got. Liberty is visiting Florida International. Liberty leading 4-2 there in the middle of the 8th inning. Jacksonville State hosting Louisiana Tech. They're on top of Louisiana Tech 4-0 there in the top of the 7th. Down in Dallas, Kennesaw State visiting our opponent next week. Dallas Baptist leading 5-1 there in the top of the 6th. And out in Las Cruces, they're in early in that ball game. They're in the 3rd inning, and it's tied up Western Kentucky, New Mexico State 2-2. And those are all the scores updated. And we did get that station ID in, Dick, so I've been on top of the business in the things.
John. That's our DNJ scoreboard. And the Raiders leading 3-1 in the 7th inning. Cooper Clapp, who made a good play to end the top of the inning, will lead off here in the bottom of the 7th. Both starting pitchers still around.
Wow, this is new ground for Noah Kendrick.
He went 6 1/3 last week against Liberty before coming out.
It looks like he'll get more than 6 1/3 this time, because that right-hander they had throwing earlier is not there anymore. And so it looks like Kendrick is in for a while.
So here's Cooper Clapp, who struck out in the 2nd inning and singled in the 5th. And the first pitch inside, ball 1 to the Raiders' second baseman. Native of Savannah, Tennessee.
We need some runs, Dick.
Pitch is swung on, and a little pop-up. Who's going to get it? Third baseman on the pitcher's mound. And he was not stationary. He was moving.
Had to go uphill and then finish downhill.
So 1 out. And the batter, Eston Snyder.
You know, that's not an easy transition when you're not paying attention. You can't pay attention to what your feet are doing because you're watching that pop-up.
Snyder's been on base twice, single and a walk. Flied out his other time. The pitch is outside, ball 1.
You know, that was the kind of pop-up that we were seeing on Tuesday night that was getting up above the lights up there in Nashville at Lipscomb.
Some of the highest pop-ups, or maybe the lowest lights. I don't know which. There's a strike, 1-1 to Snyder.
Ball from the bullpen got out onto the field. Back in the bullpen now.
And the pitch. Eston checked his swing. It's outside, ball 2. 2-1. So he will soon be a Blue Raider graduate. How about that? Takes a strike call, 2-2.
Do we know what his major is?
I do not.
Let me see if it's in the book.
A little tap foul. I'm going to try to talk to him Sunday.
Majoring in business management.
We'll find out a little bit more about what he has planned for the future. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and fouled it to the screen.
Have we had an update on his brother recently?
Last time I talked to Eston, Grant was doing just fine.
Great. That's terrific.
Rehabbing.
Look forward to having him back next year.
Yep. High, that one all the way back to the screen, and it's 3-2. You've had 2 or 3 of those from Kendrick tonight.
Yeah.
Not that many.
A couple that were way outside and then a couple that were way too high.
So full count, 3-2 to Eston Snyder. The pitch swung on, hit to center field, and that one's going to be caught. It's Blackman out there, makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs, bases empty for Brett Rogers. The Raider right fielder has a single in 3 trips.
Looks like Landon Birch is ready if they need him, and there's also a left-hander out there throwing.
Probably Torbett.
That's exactly who that is.
Pitches a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Let me check on Alderman's pitch count. I think it should be right at 100.
Ball hit in the air into left center field. It's going to be very deep and
very gone.
That one is out of here. Well, I did not see it leave the park until Rogers was past second base.
Oh, I don't think he saw it go. And that one took a while to get out of here.
That one just kept going and going. And Brett Rogers with his 3rd home run of the season.
Couldn't have happened at a better time.
So now it's a 4-1 game. That one went out in left center field, fairly deep in left center.
That was a couple of signs to the right field side of the 365 sign
and
in the alley.
Dominic is a strike, 0-1. So a Brett Rogers home run has the Raiders up 4-1. Minnick swings and misses, strike 2.
Alderman's pitch count at 106.
And a swing and a foul back off the screen. Count holds at 2 strikes. And the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Right-hander delivers, and a one-hopper to short, and off Martinez into left field.
Ate him up. They've got to give him a hit. They did.
So that'll be the 3rd hit for Tyler Minnick.
Well, that ought to get his average back up over 300 now, huh?
Should.
Close.
Here's Brett Von Dolen. Got a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. Number 17 on the year. Put him into a tie for 10th in the single-season home run record. for the Blue Raiders. Pitch is outside for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
One more, and he goes into 7th in a tie with 3 other folks for 7th place at 18.
The pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Tyler Minnick, the runner at first. 2 outs. And the pitch. Back this way. Now,
whoa!
That is as close as
that was
what has come to getting into this press box.
That's right. That hit the window over next door to us.
Yeah.
3rd window over, so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th window over from my location.
2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Von Dolan.
They're all excited next door, Dick. They're all saying, I was ready. I was ready.
Kendrick with the 2-2, high, ball 3. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes.
Well, last week Kendrick went 6 1/3. This is so far he's gone 6 2/3. Nobody throwing. I think they're counting on him getting through this inning.
Swing and a foul as the runner was off with the pitch. 3-2. We'll do it all over again. So you'd have to think his pitch count's getting on up there, too.
Oh, gosh, I'll check on that here. You're absolutely right, though.
He's only walked a couple. There goes Minnick. And another foul ball. Right over in front of his third base dugout.
They changed pitchers. That's not Kendrick.
No, it's not?
It is not.
It looks like him.
It does.
There's a ball popped up. Second baseman's going to make a play in the infield, and he'll take it for out number 3.
That was a number 18. They moved a pitcher in on us.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left. We've completed 7. It's Middle Tennessee 4, Sam Houston 1 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we got to change. Landon
We
Birch.
will go to the top half of the 8th inning. And for the Raiders, it'll be right-hander Landon Birch to come on for Chandler Alderman, whose pitch count went a little bit over the century mark.
It did indeed. For Landon Birch, this is his 18th appearance, all but 4 of those in relief. He's thrown 31 2/3 innings, given up 30 runs, 23 of them earned on 35 hits, 19 walks, 31 strikeouts, 6.54 ERA, 1-0 record with 2 saves. And he's on with the Raiders leading 4-1 as we go to the top of the 8th inning. His job is to get 6 outs without giving up 4 runs.
So Birch will take over here in the 8th inning. Raiders leading 4-1.
That was not Noah Kendrick in the 7th inning for Sam Houston.
That was Bennett.
That was Devin Bennett. Noah Kendrick goes 6 innings, 6 innings, gives up 3 runs all earned on 9 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts.
1 strike to count to Christensen. Swinging a ground foul, and it's 0-2.
Very creditable performance.
Birch started against Jacksonville in the second game of the doubleheader. Pitched well. Went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, and had 6 strikeouts.
About 6 strikeouts here.
Oh, pretty good looking breaking ball, but taken for ball 1.
Wow. That had a nasty little hook right at the end, didn't it?
1 ball, 2 strikes. And Birch with the pitch. And that's strike 3 called. If you don't get it, try it again.
That's right.
A strikeout number 1 for Landon Birch. Alderman had 6, I believe.
I'll get to the final numbers on Alderman.
Here's Blake Brown. Has a double, a single, and is fly to left. And the pitch is a bit high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Brown swings, hits it down the right field line. Rogers coming over near the line, makes a running catch. And the umpire signals that was a fair ball. So that is out number 2.
That was a long route that he took to that ball. Final numbers on Chandler Alderman. He goes 7 innings, gives up 1 run. It was earned on 4 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. You got to like that.
2 down in the 8th. The batter is Hunter Autry.
Threw 106 pitches through 7.
Left-hand hitting first baseman is 0 for 3. And takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Birch Dillers, it's inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed.
The 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled to the screen. The count goes to 1-2. Birch is a junior, 6'4", 200 pounds, out of New York State.
Well,
Corning, New York.
Can't strike out 6, but he could strike out 5 if he gets a strike here.
And the pitch high for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got a funny looking shift on for Autry. Third baseman's playing where the shortstop should be. And a ground ball, apparently they had him played just right. Clap up, shovels it over to first. A little underhand toss to retire the side. So that is all in the 8th. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across. Birch, good job coming in out of the bullpen. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Raiders 4, Sam Houston 1. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Devin Bennett starting his second inning of work. 6'2", transfer from McLennan Community College. He's a native of Fort Worth.
He is making his 14th appearance, all but 5 of those in relief. And I'll update those numbers, his numbers with last inning. Thrown 39 in the third innings, giving up 35 runs, 28 of them earned on 57 hits, 15 walks, 25 strikeouts. He had a 6.34 ERA with a 1-4 record. That ERA is up a little bit because of that home run he surrendered in the 7th inning.
Badalak lays down a bunt, pick it up fair and throw to first, not in time. That's a bunt single for Clay Badalak.
That was a gamble on Martha Johnny's point. As close as that play was, I think I'm going to sit and see if it'll go foul. And I think it would have.
So Badalak is at first with nobody out. The batter is Matt Wolf. Has a single, has walked and scored, and has struck out.
And we need to add on here, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Think of those. We've run ourselves out of a couple of runs today. Oh.
And it showed bunt, took it high and inside, ball 1.
I think that might be a legit. If he gets a pitch he can bunt, get that runner into scoring position with just 1 out.
Right-hander comes set. Strike is called. Looked a little high from here.
It did, and that would be why that you certainly wouldn't want to try and bunt that ball. That's a pop-up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's no way you're going to get on top of that baseball. Not with a bunt.
Throw to first. Badalak dives back in head first. Right-hander comes set and took a strike. Again, he showed bunt but didn't offer. 1 and 2.
That was a pitch he could have bunted.
So Bennett again delivers. Ground ball to third. Go to second out. Go to first safe. They get the lead runner at second.
The third baseman double pumped on that baseball, and that's what made the difference.
So Matt Wolf on at first with 1 out. And the batter is Keaton Ray. Ray is doubled, flied out, struck out. 1 out of 3. Keaton Ray with Hayden Miller on deck. And Wolf, the runner at first, the pitch. Bouncing ball to second. They go to second. Out there. And there's the double play. 4-6-3 as Keaton Ray bounces into a twin killing. And that's all for the Raiders in the 8th. No runs, a hit, And with the double play, nobody left on base. We've completed 8 full innings. Middle Tennessee 4, Sam Houston 1 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the top of the ninth as Sam Houston will use a pinch hitter for Benavidez, and it is Grant Nottleman, a sophomore, a left-handed hitter. He'll hit for the right-hand swinging Benavidez. Nottleman, a first-year player here. He's had 34 starts, so he's no stranger. Up there with the bat swinging left-handed. Takes a strike call from Landon Birch. Birch retired the side in order in the 8th. And the pitch to the plate. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nottleman hitting .248 on the year. There's a strike called. Caught the inside corner, 1-2. Brandon, another lefty, is on deck. And the pitch, strike 3 call.
There you go.
So Nottleman caught looking. That's out number 1. Strikeout number 2 for Birch.
I don't think you can underestimate how important it has been to the Raiders tonight that they've retired 8 of the 9 leadoff batters in this ball game.
This is Ryan Brandon, third baseman. He swings from the left side. The pitch inside, ball 1. Might be something you want to mention to the coach when you talk to him.
I think I will talk to him about that one.
1 ball, no strikes. Inside, ball 2.
Oh, that one just barely missed.
2-0. Sam Lee would be the next hitter. Ball hit high in the air into right center. Snyder coming over, calls for it, and makes the catch for out number 2. Snyder and Rogers were both there. And when that ball's hit in between the outfielders, if the center fielder is within range, it's usually the center fielder's ball. And Snyder took charge and made the catch. 2 outs.
Which is what he's supposed to do.
Sam Lee, the batter, was 0 for 3.
Let's make him 0 for 4 and call this a ball game.
2 outs in the 9th. That one's hit in the air. That's going to be a foul ball out of play.
Back up on the roof.
Count is 0-2.
Drops back down. No, it didn't drop back down. It's not going to drop back down. Yeah, it did. There's a baseball. Young man with a
2 strikes the count. And the right-hander delivers. Hit in the air. First baseman Miller is there, makes the catch, and that's your ball game. The Raiders win it by a score of 4-1. Landon Birch came in and retired 6 in a row out of the bullpen. Good job for Chandler Alderman, who will get the win. So the Raiders win it by a score of 3-1. We'll come back with our post-game show and give you the totals and tell you more about this ball game. John will be down on the field to talk with Coach Myers. All that's coming up next. So stay with us. A 2-minute break now. 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
And welcome back in. Welcome to our postgame show as the Raiders take care of business tonight with a 4-1 win over Sam Houston and improve their record to 6-16 in Conference USA. Sam Houston will drop to 6-16. So the teams will be absolutely locked up in a tie in the conference standings. The Raiders now 21-28 overall. Sam Houston now 12-37 overall. So the Raiders a winner tonight. And final totals for Middle Tennessee: 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. And for Sam Houston, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They also stranded 5 runners. Chandler Alderman will get the win. He goes 7 innings, allows 1 run on 4 hits, walked 3, struck out 6. And with the win, he is now 4-7. And the starter for Sam Houston, who was Noah Kendrick, will take the loss. He goes 6 innings, allows 3 runs on 9 hits, walks 2, strikes out 5. Now, a good relief performance by Landon Birch out of the bullpen earns him a save, goes 2 innings and retires 6 in a row. So the Raiders win it by a score of 4-1. And John Callow's down on the field with Blue Raider head coach Jerry Myers. John?
With Coach Jerry Myers after a Blue Raider win. Great job.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good job all the way around. Kind of a little bit of a pitcher's duel, but not entirely. But, I think our guys did a good job and made a few mistakes, and they didn't come back to hurt us in any fashion. They played some really good defense. Cooper Clapp made a couple really nice plays, and for the most part, the balls they put in play, we were able to defensively do a decent job there. It's a good club that can do some things if you let them generate some base runners and some free 90s. They like to run, they like to bunt, and for the most part, they weren't able to get. We kept them out of being able to get into any of that. So, good job by Chandler Alderman. Settling in. He wasn't sharp right off the bat. Actually, he was not very good in the bullpen coming in, and settled in and was probably as good as he was at any point in time this year in his last 3 innings, and that was big.
I thought it was really important that your guys were able to retire the leadoff batter in 8 of the 9 innings.
Absolutely. If that's what it was, that's the goal right there. And if you can do that, that helps a lot. Especially there when you start getting in the late innings, crucial to not let them get something going by getting a leadoff guy on, especially when those guys are prone to run and pretty decent at trying to steal a bag or bunt and run, hit and run, all those kind of things.
I thought we got robbed of a run on that play the shortstop made. That was a major league play.
Oh, yeah, it was a great play. It definitely was. It's been nice to have that one fall in. I would have tacked on another one, but he made a great play for sure. Freshman is an outstanding defensive player for him.
And Landon Birch, great job out of the pen.
Yeah, he did. He filled up the zone and had his breaking ball ready to go right off the bat. He didn't need to have to feel for it or had it right off the bat. First pitch he threw, breaking ball for a strike, and that tells me he's in a good spot. He needs to stay there and just try to be consistent, but he'll compete for us, and he did a great job.
And so now on to one day at a time. You've been telling your ball club that.
Absolutely. I mean, all year long, you're just trying to do the same thing and see if we can put ourselves in a good position and maybe capitalize on some things that we left out there today, a couple of mistakes that we made, but we had to get a couple bunts down. We didn't do that today where it could have helped us tack on another run or two. Could have been crucial in us getting it, but played defense and we pitched good enough and did just enough offensively as well. So tomorrow's another day and we got to be ready to go.
We'll be ready at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Back to you, Dick.
Thank you, John. Thanks to Coach Myers for his comments after the game, as always, as the Raiders win it by a score of 4-1. So Middle Tennessee will move into a tie, actually, with the Bearcats in the league standings. Both still have an outside chance of getting to the postseason tournament, but it's going to just come down to which team can win the most games down the stretch. So the Raiders made a step in the right direction tonight. They'll try to keep it moving that way tomorrow. 3 o'clock single game will be on the air at 2:45. Again, 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Raiders. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Bearcats. Ackerman, the winning pitcher, and their starter, Noah Kendrick, takes the loss. It will be Colin Kerrigan on the mound for the Raiders tomorrow. I expect the starter will be Peterson for Sam Houston. We'll wait and see. For John Callow, our studio producer has been Jackson Smith. This is Dick Plummer, thanking you for joining us and wishing you a very pleasant good evening from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.